You've heard the horror stories. Winners who blew it all on mansions, sports cars, and bad bets, and ended up broke within a few years. But this video is about the opposite kind of winner. The ones who hit millions and kept clocking in, kept their boots in the dirt, kept the same modest house, the same routine, the same humble life. These 13 real lottery winners prove that the money does not have to change you, and that staying grounded is exactly what kept them rich. Stay until number 1, because he kept flipping burgers at McDonald's even after his win. Here's the thread that connects all 13. They treated the win as a tool, not a finish line. Watch how the same quiet discipline shows up in every single story. Number 13, Mofijul Rahima Sheikh. For a construction worker earning barely enough to survive, the lottery wasn't a fantasy, it was an escape. When Mofijul won around $150,000, it never made world headlines, but it changed everything. Instead of wasting it, he bought a home for his family and carefully invested the rest. No designer cars, no flashy lifestyle, just stability, dignity, and peace. He proved that even a modest jackpot handled with humility can rewrite a life. Number 12, Robert Salo. When Robert scratched his ticket in 2012, it did not scream millionaire. He had won $1,000 a week for life, a slow burn instead of a giant lump sum. But Robert did not waste a cent. He used his winnings to put himself through college and became an electrical engineer, locking in a career that pays long after the lottery checks stop. He did not quit on his future. He funded it. Number 11, Tim Schultz. At just 21, Tim's life changed overnight when he won $28 million in the Powerball. Most people that young would have gone on a wild spree. Tim didn't. He sat down with financial advisors, invested in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, and built a disciplined budget he still follows to this day. Decades later, he is wealthy, grounded, and grateful. He now runs a channel interviewing other winners. Proof that wisdom isn't measured by age, but by choices. Number 10, Louise White. In 2012, Louise was in her 80s when she bought the Powerball ticket that won her $210 million. But instead of indulgence, she thought long term. She set up a family trust named the Rainbow Sherbet Trust. After the dessert she ate the night she bought the ticket, to protect her family for generations. And through it all, Louise stayed in her same modest home, living quietly and content. This next winner had nearly 1 billion reasons to show off and chose silence instead. Number 9, Manuel Franco. In 2019, Manuel, a young man from Wisconsin, claimed a $768 million Powerball jackpot, one of the youngest mega winners in U.S. history. And then he practically disappeared. No lavish spending sprees, no flashy headlines. He quietly placed his money into long-term investments and kept his life private. While others chased the spotlight, Manuel chased freedom and found it. Number 8, Peter Lavery. Peter was a bus driver in Belfast, Northern Ireland, earning under £250 a week when he won £10.2 million in 1996. He never let the money make him flashy. Instead, he poured it, quite literally, into whiskey, helping launch the Danny Boy brand with a local distillery and reinvesting into more than 30 properties. His winnings are now worth far more than the original jackpot, all built on patience and humble, steady work. Number 7, Jason Fry. When Jason hit a $14 million lottery in Florida in 2007, he could have coasted forever. After a brief splurge, he rolled up his sleeves instead. He bought a golf driving range and opened a string of Batteries Plus franchises across Florida, businesses he still runs that earn hundreds of thousands of dollars every year. He didn't rely on luck to stay rich. He went back to work and built a system. Number 6, Mark Brudenell. Mark was a chemical tanker driver, and his wife Cheryl managed a bakery when the couple won around 900,000 pounds back in 1997. Instead of disappearing into luxury, they combined his driving experience and her management skills and started a double glazing business, one that ran successfully for over 13 years. They still enjoy their success today, and they will tell you plainly, the win never changed them. Number 5, Sue Herdman. Sue was a hairdresser who for years played the same lottery numbers her dad once used, convinced they would come up someday. One Saturday in 2010, over a bowl of spaghetti, she realized she had won 1.2 million pounds. And then she did something remarkable. She kept her ordinary life for 6 full months. Eventually, she traded her salon scissors for muddy boots and built a pig farm that now raises over 7,000 pigs. Real wealth, she proved, sometimes comes from getting your hands dirty. The next 3 winners had life-changing fortunes and still refused to walk away from honest work. Number 4, Neal Wanless. Neal was a broke rancher from South Dakota who bought a Powerball ticket with his last few dollars in 2009. Days later, he had won $232 million. But instead of private jets, Neal bought 50,000 acres of rugged land and turned it into a working cattle ranch, and he manages it himself with his own hands. While most winners chase fame, Neal kept his boots in the dirt. Discipline, not desire, is what kept his fortune alive. Number 3, Brad Duke. In 2005, Brad was a mid-level manager at a Gold's Gym in Idaho, where he also taught a weekly spin class when he won about $220 million. And here's what makes him different. He kept showing up. For weeks after the win, he went about his normal routine and taught his classes while he quietly researched other winners and made a plan. That patience let him grow his fortune instead of burning it. Number 2, John and Lisa Robinson. In 2016, this couple from Munford, Tennessee, stepped forward to claim a $528 million share of a historic Powerball jackpot. And even with $500 million on the table, Lisa said she still wanted to keep working her old job at a dermatologist's office. They plan to stay in their modest home and live quietly. The only reason their plans changed was the unwanted attention that came with going public, but their instinct from day one was to stay exactly who they were. Number 1, Yancey Hicks. When Yancey won $1 million in 2008, he had already been working at McDonald's for more than 10 years. And instead of quitting on the spot, he kept showing up to work for 4 more months while he figured out his next move. He understood the fast food business better than anyone, so he used his winnings to buy a Subway franchise, turning a one-time jackpot into a steady paycheck for life. He did not see the money as a reason to stop working. He saw it as the chance to finally work for himself. 13 winners, different countries, different jackpots, but the same quiet truth underneath every story. The money didn't change them because they didn't let it. They stayed grounded. They kept working. And that's exactly why they're still standing years later. So here's the question to sit with. If your numbers came up tomorrow, would you walk away or would you stay grounded like the winners who actually kept their fortunes? Tell me in the comments. And if you believe your win is on its way, subscribe to the Jackpot Oracle and watch for the signs. Because we believe the universe rewards those who are ready for it. See you in the next one.